This time, round 2 in Abu Dhabi. Now, if you watched the Japanese Grand Prix, if you haven't, I will not spoil it for you whatsoever. Do feel free to watch the race afterwards. But if you haven't seen it, I'll advise you now a warning of covering your ears, as I'm going to give you the results of what happened in Japan. So in Japan, what happened is CG takes P1 there with Lambo in P2. And then they're now both been separated by 12 points. I believe I could have my maths wrong there. Give and take. We're now going to be going into Abu Dhabi. Now, Gamey, we are now going in for the last race of the season, and along with the titles of both constructors on the line.
Yep, should be interesting, but I will repeat one thing that I said before the start of Japan. Just because it's the last race, you want to try and just to say, alright, this last race, we have nothing to lose, you would do whatever the hell you want. But I would say, still keep the head.
Indeed, indeed. Just need to put yourself in the spectators and not in the car lobby. There we go. So we're just literally now just waiting for everybody to come in. Obviously you got till about quarter 2, which I believe, and then start off race number 2. So CG there's got one side advantage there already. He's now got to make sure his rival does not get a high amount of points in order for him to make sure he gets the title. At the same time,
Because you got the championships there, using a little bit of quick maths, and what would you say? What would you say? What would you say Lampard has to do to actually get through?
Wow, with Lambo's eyes, all he's got to do now is literally make sure he do CG there in quali, get him in the most poor advantage spots he can get, which is in P1, and hoping that CG has a poor quali, but also hoping that CG has a poor race in terms of points and positions. But with Abu Dhabi, with multiple corners of medium slow speed and also two long straights there, along with a couple of fast corners, and also the chance of corner penalties as well, as people try to take advantage of certain corners. It is all to play for.
But I'll tell you, I would absolutely hate it if we have a good race with the title rivals finishing first and second, but one of them loses it because they have a time penalty in the race. That would be really bad.
It will be really, really gutted. But both drivers have been respectful for each other, knowing that it's going into the last race. Both wished them each other good luck as well beforehand. So they're literally going to go out all guns blazing, knowing that they're just going to literally just race as it is as a normal race, but not to think much of a title, just to think about their own races respectfully. But also other drivers in the league also have their chances as well to get some points in there for their respective constructors to get the final standing sorted. So anything can happen.
We are probably about to find out as soon as in like a few minutes when everyone starts to load up.
Indeed. So the drivers' standings and the constructors as well, all is to play for. Now we've got 11 drivers in, which we had in the last race. I don't think there's going to be any more. We're just waiting for them all now to ready up.
And they're doing that.
The LD just waiting for Rob to initialise the timer.
They are like itching to get going.
Oh, indeed. They don't hold back. Once they know that there's a specific time for racing, they're all getting on that ready button to get going. And there we go. Everyone's already up before the timer. That's the first time, everyone. Well done. We'll give you a round of applause. Well done, guys, for running up just before the timer.
And on the last race too.
And on the last race. Now, need to do this for every race. Come on. Jokes aside, we're now getting all serious and focused now. Gearing up for quali.
This is a great way to actually end the place with a beautiful night race.
Oh, indeed. I wouldn't say it's a night race, I'll call it a twilight. Abu Dhabi is a twilight. Built in 2000 and... well, mid-2008, ready by 2009. And ever since then, apart from one, has hosted the last race of the season for title battles at the time point. Used to be Brazil. And in years beforehand, it was Japan. So, going into quali here, Gamey. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Oh, indeed. Just waiting for now all the respectful drivers to get the car sorted out, their settings, the tyre choices they want to go for.
What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do?
Time will tell and we'll find out. Be interesting to see what strategies the rivals will go for. No more luck, they'll probably go on ultra softs. Although surprises do happen.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. Well, we're about to find out.
Oh, indeed.
Super softs on TTL.
Oh, there we go. About 9 drivers are out on ultra softs. Ollie P and Alan K going for the alternate strategy.
Interesting. So,
Sprite there at the moment, leading in quali, taking provisional pole. Lambo though is doing well in P3. Oh no, looks like go down to P4. CG's in P5. So, two titled rivals are going on the ultra softs. So, the question is how long they can extend the stints in the race, or who's going to go for the undercut first.
got some good cornering by Secret.
Indeed, CG running in P6 there and C3 in P5. Lambo in P2. The quali he will want to, and he wants to nail it on the dot to have any chance there of literally getting a decent amount of points. And at the moment he is on provisional pole with CG in P5.
Yeah. Or every racer who starts with TTG is set for Lambo to all like the bottom 4.
Oh no, the TTG is the TT Racing Gaming. So Spike there in P1 takes it out on Lambo, not by much. And We Nation there gets disqualified from quality of presuming cut in the corner. So Lambo is in P2, Spike in P1. So we're in for a cracking race here, ladies and gents. We've got Spike in P1 there, with Lambo in P2 so alongside him. Hamilton in third there, with Kieran alongside him in fourth. CG's in fifth, hoping for a decent race there to challenge Lambo, with C3 in sixth. Ollie P is in seventh, with May starting alongside him in eighth. Plaster in P9th, with Alan K in P10th, and Weed Nation is in 11th, starting outside the top 10 and being disqualified from quali for presuming invalidating his lap on the corner.
We got 2 racers who are actually on super softs.
There are indeed Ollie P and Alan K. Keep an eye on them because they can throw up a surprise.
And we'll see what Weed Nation does with failing to go in the top 10.
Indeed. No, probably that he's that far back. I'm presuming Weed Nation will probably be going on the set of supers as well. I could be wrong. But it depends on the pacing he's got in his car. So, with the last qualifying ended, now it's all about the chance of the race, the last race of the season.
What's gonna happen?
We're going around for the formation lap for the one last time here. So we have gone. So we've got Spike there in P1. Good quality there for the reigning world champion. No, that would be the only reigning first world champion after tonight. Lambert in P2, good quality for him. He'll need it, and he needs a good race out of this as well. He's got Hamilton for company in P3 behind him. Kieran in P4 with CG in P5. Keeping him on his toes there. C3 there in P6. Ollie there in P7.
That Williams in 4th place is constantly going side to side to warm up the tyres.
Yeah, they're all trying to get temperatures in there if possible before the start of the race. Vital around Abu Dhabi with the low track temps in the night. Mays there in P8. Aiming for a good decent results. He's got the car to do it with. And known to have a good result around Abu Dhabi, so keep an eye on him. Plaster there in P9. Good quality results there for him. Alan K in P10, starting on an alternate strategy with Ollie P, also on alternate strategy with Supersofts. And Weed Nation's also joining the clan with the Super Soft tyres as well, so keep an eye on him. Although Weed has advantage to everyone else around him, starting on the fresh set of Supers.
That's a lot of slow cars.
Indeed. Everyone's all backing up to get all the tyre temps and everything as much as possible. The only problem is the slow... Gone.
I think we're about to say the problem is that with them slowing up, 2 people got disqualified.
Yeah, the only problem is if you slow out too much, you also lose your temperature, so you want to keep a constant pace of the same pace and warming up the tyres and brakes. There's like warming up the tyres for certain much to about like at least 90 degrees, and they're also warming up your brakes, so you need the optimal braking going into turn 1.
Here we go.
So here we go, lights out for the one last time. And it's 5 lights, and it's out, and away we go. What's the start's like? It's spiking off to a good decent start, good aero shot there. Lambo in P2, going down the inside. Is he going to have to move down by turn 1? He's going for it. Spike holds his ground. Kieran there, and Hamilton. Hamilton going around the outside of turn 2, which comes to turn 3 the inside, and Hamilton goes up into P3 there. Kieran down into P4. CG still holding his ground in P5, although looking at the back of Kieran still arrests. And we have Weed Nation. Is he going for a move down on Alan K? No, he's not at the moment. So, yeah, all good. And obviously there's about there Ollie P there. Going side by side there with Maze. Ollie P going side by side here with Maze, going down the first of the long straights here. Holding his ground at the moment, going defensive on the inside. Nicely defended there for Ollie for now, keeping the traction going. Very good start there from everybody so far. Spike and Lambo there battling out at the moment. Lambo wants to get ahead of Spike to keep his championship going. And as we're going on, Alan K. Weed.
Big is trying all his might to actually get past as quick as possible.
Oh no. Lambo's only got one mission to get and most points as he can, then CG. CG at the moment in P10. Although CG will literally finish it as it stands with about 6 to 7 points advantage. So if Lambo goes into P1, he's hoping that CG is like at least in 7th in order to get a chance at the title. Still all to play for. Still all to play for.
The top 5 have a gap to the bottom 6.
Yeah, indeed. Top 5 are just literally so close at the moment. It's hard to tell. Oh, and Maze has retired. What's happened to Maze? What has happened to Maze? Oh, Maze has done it outside of after 10-3, and he's gone wide to show that as well. Oh, Maze. Oh, unlucky. How to do it, not to do it on the last race, and he was looking promising. He was his favourite track as well, Abu Dhabi.
circle when you see that wheel swinging underneath the track.
The good old glitchiness of Codemasters never change.
Hopefully it's gone in the next game.
CG there now getting close to Kieran. Spike and Lambo there are also very close as well, so we've got two battles to keep an eye out, mainly both involving championship rivals.
Wait until DRS gets activated next lap.
Oh yes indeed, once I go over the line. There's a CG there on the back of Kieran. Where is he going to go? Is he going down the inside or outside or wait for a second? He's got to wait, he's got to get through the last corners there. Kieran there taking the most optimal racing lines possible.
These championship rivals are feisty in their attacks.
Yes, then there is the last race. They're going all hell for leather. Lambo there with a 1:39.7, indicating that he is on a charge, and a Vice charge at the moment as well. Plaster's in the pits. Oh, he's got wing damage. Plaster has got wing damage, so not the race he wants, but he knows his guaranteed points if he just keeps it going. So I'm presuming that's what he's doing. He's going to set on his supers. DRS is active. Go on.
Is that the second race in a row today? Plaster's had to put
Yeah, unfortunate for him, bless him. Now back on Lambo and Spike. DRS is active. The first two of the DRS straights. Spike going defensive. Lambo going trying down the outside, which comes affected inside. Spike squeezing him out a little bit. Fair racing. Lambo is ahead. Lambo's just ahead at the moment, although Spike will have the advantage now for the second DRS. So Spike going to. Spike's going down the outside this time. He's going to break first. Lambo gets around the corner, although compromised entry. Just held it for now. And although this is inviting Hamilton into the play as well, so three-way scrap here for P1.
I love the sound of that.
Oh, indeed. CG has also got past Hamilton and all that in the mix as well, so at the moment, advantage is on CG at the moment.
Ugh.
All CG's got to do is just literally just keep his car pointing in the wrong direction, keep within the top 5, and he's got the chance. Hamilton, Spike, oh, Spike's going in the pit, so I'm presuming Spike has triggered the undercut.
How early do you normally pit at this track? I don't even know.
I would say lap 5, lap 6, so Spike's going a bit lap earlier than predicted, but he's going on a set of supers. So this could be interesting. Keep an eye on his lap times and compared to everyone else to see what he does. Alan K and Weed exchanging positions. Oh, there's a yellow flag in sector 1. Oh, Weed's gone off. Weed. It is. It's Weed. Weed's gone off the track. I'm guessing he's had a spin or compromised exit. Although Spike's right behind him now, just coming out of the pits on fresh rubber. Although Weed's letting him go, knowing that he's trying to get his dirt of his tyres, so he's doing the normal thing, just not compromising the race. Good respect there.
Yeah, respect there. He knew I'm not involved in your championship, I'll just let you pass.
Although Spike's now no longer involved in the championship, so Spike's just racing for himself and hoping to get a decent result for his last race. Kieran only 8 attempts, going to 9 attempts for behind CG there. CG in P3.
CG looked like he got a little bit of tail happy coming out of that corner.
Yeah, rear tyres on Kieran's car, not liking it. Presumably running out of grip. Must have pushed a bit too hard in qualities in order to lose tyre grip. And he's going into the pits as we speak. And Lambo is also in the pits as well. So, Lambo that was in the lead is in the pits. Going on a set of softs, super soft, sorry.
LP and also Hamilton now has a penalty.
Oh, this could be involving interested there. So Kieran is coming out of the pits. Lambo is just exiting as we speak. The question is, where is Spike in relation? Spike's coming around the last couple of corners, and he might just get behind Lambo here. Not by much. So Lambo going a lap longer has benefited him a little. Oh, and Weed has retired. Oh no, Weed!
Oh, no.
At the near same spot as Mays has crashed as well. Oh, that is very unfortunate. That is very unfortunate on the last race of the season. One thing you don't want to do is to crash out.
Yeah, you want to end it on a high.
CG now is now got pushed like hell. No, now he's possibly got a championship secured, but enough to gain.
Mistakes.
Indeed, he's got Hamilton ahead of him. Although these two guys got a pit. Ollie P and Alan K though in P3, P4, but as soon as they pitted, to see where they're jotting in positions to find out exactly where they are. Spike on Lambo.
Same gap to what Hamilton is and Siege.
It is.
Hamilton and Siege is pitted.
Hamilton and Siege's put in, both going on a set of supers. Although
Nope.
Siege is in the box.
Yeah, supers.
Thing is where the question is, where's Lambo? Lambo's coming down the straight with Spike. On
Spike's got the first lap.
Indeed, Spike's on the charge. No, he's got to get past these two. So effectively at the moment it's a battle for P1 there with Spike and Lambo, so it's very interesting. Kieran has jumped them both. Kieran has jumped Hamilton and CG. Oh, as it sounds. Yeah, so Kieran has jumped, despite taking the early pit stop, has actually jumped Hamilton and CG. There's not much in it, but this could be interesting and pivotal on the championship.
The top two haven't pitted yet.
Indeed.
Spike's all in the Lambo.
Yeah, Spike indeed is indeed on top of Lambo. Setting the fastest lap on the last lap as well, so Spike has got pace in that car. Battle for P1. This is ordered now, pretty much who's going to make the mistakes. CG and Hamilton. CG is right on the back of Hamilton here. They're both on the same tyre life as each other, but it looks like CG's got his right up under temperature. Looking on the dash out on Hamilton. Rear's looking a little bit hot there, but controllable.
I would expect the top two to hit on the next lap or the lap after being on they start on harder tyres.
Indeed, so it's a question of point of now who can break. Oh, looks like Spike has got a penalty of 3 seconds. Oh, that's not going to happen until you get in also now they're on the back of Alan K, who hasn't not pitted.
Plaster's pitted again.
Oh no, what's up with Plaster? Oh, front wing again, same spot, front right. Oh, Plaster. Keep the wings at the wall.
Lambo side by side.
It is indeed, Lambo going side by side, getting the job done by the breaking point. Oh, Anika got nearly a little bit deep but controlled. Although Lambo's now got break from Spike. Alan K and Spike got DRS. The question is who's got a better straight line speed. Both fairly even. Spike going to go round the outside, and Spike does it nicely. Nice overtaking there for Spike, getting round the outside of Alan K. Important move to keep up with Lambo.
Secret cannot get past Hamilton.
Oh, this is interesting. C3, not C3, CG, sorry, is literally on the back of Hamilton. Still no moves to find out. He's got to find somewhere. Finding the racecraft there. Kieran's still holding out on P5, although Hamilton's making a little bit of mistakes being in the dirty O Kieran. Oh, this is definitely hotting up. Alan K's in the pits as we speak.
As expected.
Indeed, Ollie going up for another lap.
Zach has got a penalty.
At the moment, as it stands, in the live championship form, CG is still just ahead of Lambo, only by a couple of points.
Oh God.
whereas in like about 5 to 6 points possibility, but still a couple of points. So if Lambo gets overtakes Ollie, and depends where gap is to everyone else. If Ollie gets back out in front of Hamilton, in front of CG, but behind Hamilton, which is very unlikely, could have a championship battle on their hands. It goes down to the question who has the most wins. So it will be very, very, very interesting. Now Hamilton CG got DRS.
Big pile of smoke there.
Indeed, a bit of a lock up. Three-way battle here for P4. All CG's got to do now is just literally don't get involved in any battles. He's got it on the bag as long as he doesn't make a mistake.
He has to come in the top 5.
Yes, indeed. Which I presume he will once Ollie comes into the pits, so...
Ollie P has still not pitted yet.
I think he's eking out a little bit more, but though I've got a feeling that he is going to be losing time because Lambo is going to catch him very, very soon. Although if I was Ollie, I'd say pit at the end of this lap. Oh, Kieran has spun. Kieran has spun on exit turn 3 into turn 4. What has happened there?
I don't know, but Sigrid also got a time penalty.
Oh, CG's got a time penalty. Oh, it's actually due to avoid. Oh, he's also got 5-second penalty for getting in the corner on gaining 1 place.
That's probably the game. That's probably the game talking, because you know how this game is. You know, there's an accident on the track, someone's sideways, and you just have to force to go off the track to avoid. The game automatically gives you it.
Indeed. So, I'm presuming he'll say something about that afterwards. Possibility.
He'll probably try to fight that.
I'm sure he'll fight it. Normally, the 9 out of 10 in games pathetically wrong if you try to avoid an accident. But that's just throw a spanner into the works. It's Kieran there on P6. He's now got a bit of ground to make up as well. No, he's worn out on a bit on tyres. Ollie P's now into the pits on lap 10. And he gets a 5-second stop go for speeding. Oh, Ollie, not what you want, dear friend. Not what you want. Going on a set of ultras. Now he's just got to create a pace. He's got to literally go like hell. So as it stands on lap 10, then going through the standings, we've got Lambo in P1, Spike in P2, Hamilton P3, CG P4, Ollie P5 when he comes out of the pit lane exit, C3 in 6, Alan K 7, Kieran's in P8 with a front wing change, and Plaster is in P9. So that's how your top 9's racing at the moment. Maze and Weed Nation have retired due to collisions into the wall. I'm presuming like made a mistake or driver contact, we do not know. So all down to stewards on that one to investigate on that one by themselves.
Sigurd's getting really close to him at Hamilton.
Oh indeed, the closest battle going on the track at the moment. So as this pretty much stands, Hamilton gets 3 second penalty. So it's game on between them two. They both got, I believe, equal amount of penalties. I could be wrong. But Abu Dhabi is known for corner cutting penalties very easily.
Oh yeah.
One lapse of indeed. One lapse of concentration. Get warnings. Ignoring the warnings. Too much penalties. And that could dampen any hopes. As it stands at the moment, low standing wise, CG, who we're currently on board with at the moment, is your season 2 world champion. Providing nothing else happens to it, no commentators' curves involved.
Not saying a word.
Indeed. Probably best not to. We don't want to jinx it.
God no. I feel like the dust what's being shooted up when they break isn't a lockup. It's more of like the dust on the desert.
It is situated on the man-made island. Obviously with the amazing sculptures of building, especially in Sector 3 when they're going underneath the hotel as well. Or I should say, what
When
I
I
call
found
it.
out that was a hotel, I was amazed.
Yeah, it is indeed a hotel. I believe it's a Ferrari hotel, I could be wrong. But I have seen it lit up like red one point with the Ferrari badge on top.
To be fair, that would probably be like the worst place to actually stay because you're trying to get to sleep, but you have bright neon colours shining in your window, stopping you from going to sleep.
I'm pretty sure they got like ways to block it out so people can actually sleep. It's just more decoration. Oh, we've got yellow flags in Sector 3. We have yellow flags in Sector 3.
That?
Oh, that is Spike.
Oh,
That is
Spike.
Spike. That is Spike. What happened to him? What has happened to Spike there?
He must have like went massively wide, like missed the braking zone.
Ah, that is unlike Spike to make a mistake like that. It could be just a case of a lock-up.
Oh, but that has definitely really helped Seager.
Indeed, it's definitely out CG. They're getting more secure in his championship. Lambert out there at the moment doesn't know what's going on behind him, but he's probably seen if he has his HUD up on the screen, knowing that his title ship rival is in the top 3. All he's doing now is literally hoping and praying that anything can happen to him. And still, no matter what, he's still giving out a good drive. And Kieran there setting out the fastest lap of the race there, a 1:39.0. Might not be much, but as a reward of like just saying like I've got myself on the softest tyres and going all out and go fastest lap. Couple of laps to go with Gamey. Couple of laps to go.
Lambert's got a penalty.
He's got a 3-second penalty for corner cutting, but luckily no, it won't matter much as long as he doesn't accumulate anymore within the next couple of laps. It is so easy to do to cut certain corners around Abu Dhabi to get the 3-second time penalty. It is frustrating, but that's what the white lines are there for, keeping on the island.
Waiting.
Oh, indeed. Spike's in the pits. Now, is Spike going to do what I think he's going to do? Take the one-shot quali on the final lap, trying to get the fastest lap time.
That's probably what he's going to do.
Well, your Season 1 reigning champion at the moment, Spike, had a good run in Season 1, becoming world champion in the first time in the league. Knowing that, obviously, with due to issues outside of league-wise, couldn't attend certain races. If he had attended those certain races, I'm presuming he would have been right up there, doing his title defence. So with a new game coming up within a couple of weeks, I'm sure he'll bring back his resurgence.
Maybe.
As you can see, he's weaving here. He's going to try literally do the one quality flying lap as much as possible, saving up his fuel.
Keep an eye on that, but also keep an eye on the battle for second.
Oh, it's definitely getting hot enough here.
You can feel it.
We can see anything can happen here. What CG does not want now is to tangle up and get literally tangle up and damage his car, or even get DNF out of this. Lambo's just gone over the line now to start this final lap for the one last time.
Last lap, saloon.
Indeed, is the last lap. If I was CG now, I'd just say back away, just maintain where you are. You got nothing to lose if you maintain back a bit.
Third place is good enough, just focus.
Just get around the island.
You know, just focus on finishing the race. Just bring it home.
That's all you got to do.
I mean, yeah, it's because of that penalty. The game is probably going to say he's finished in 4th place, but hey, that's still good enough to be champion, isn't it?
Oh, it is indeed. It is indeed. Alan Kay's getting chasing up on C3 here on the last lap as well, so we've got multiple battles going on at the moment.
Lambo's about to enter the last sector.
Yes, indeed. Well, it's been a good season here, or season 2 for TTFL. It's thrown up some lot of surprises here. Lambo now coming around the last few corners.
Going underneath the hotel section, our race leader.
And there we go, got a nice onboard shot here. Oh, the lovely scenery there going off the hotel building.
Ooh. Oh, lock up there by Hamilton.
And there we go, Lambo now weaving, coming over the line, coming into P1. And Lambo takes the victory for the last race of the season at Abu Dhabi. Now on board with Hamilton and CG. You know, it won't be because Hamilton's over the line and CG gets P2 and now makes him world champion of season 2. CG 87 is the season 2 world champion there, with Hamilton in P3 coming along the line due to penalties. Ollie P there in P4. Good remarkable drive there for him. Alan K as well. Both started on alternate strategy. Gets in P5 there, and C3 is in P6. Despite they could have been higher points and they've made mistakes, and he takes the fastest lap for granted though, for fair play to him. He's finished in P7. Kieran there finishing in P8. Also would have been up in the top 5 there. He didn't make a mistake there, but good driving to cover back in the points there. And Plaster, fair play driving for him. Coming around taking again points there for Ferrari. Even though it's not much, still points in the prizes. Just coming around the last few couple of corners there now.
I think that Alec overtaken for 5th place in the last lap.
Yeah, I believe that did. So, that is the season finale. Your world champion, your newly reigning crown champion of season 2 is indeed CG87.
Well done to you.
Indeed. So there is your podiums. Hamilton in P3 there. CG world champion in P2. Race winner there, Lambo in P1, giving it everything to try and win the title. So Lambo, congratulations there on the win, but congratulations there for CG, and good respect for them two guys for battling out in the championship for the last 2 races. What a cracker.
Oh wow, that was definitely something else, wasn't it?
Oh yes indeed. So Lambo there in P1, CG there in P2, Hamilton P3, Ollie P in P4, Alan K in P5, CG in P6, Spike in P7, Kieran in P8, Plaster in P9 there. So that's your top 9 racing there. And we have Weed Nation in P10 and Maze in P11, although Weed will not get the points due to the point he crashed out in the race, and Maze also crashed out in the race as well. So, Season 2 finale then. The world champion there is CG87.
Wow, that's definitely how you end, isn't it?
That's one way to end it, in a good racing races from both sides, and good fair respect there from the 2 drivers as well. So now that the race has ended, I'll hopefully try to see if I can get drivers in for interviews. Just bear with me 2 secs. I'll try and invite them in as much as possible. Oh lovely, everyone's showing off online on mine. Don't know why they're showing off online. There's loads online. Indeed. Oh yes, it is very interesting there. Good amount of respect there for everybody.
I like how you like called the fact that it's 5. It's one lap to go. I'm just gonna say, let's have it for fastest lap of the day.
Oh I know.
So, both the rivals in the 2 races got first and second, respectively, on both races.
Indeed, just a switch of positions. Well, and there we go for the first interview. Lambo there, good drive there for the last couple of races. So close to the title, so close to the title. So, tell me everything about your race in the past 2 races, because you're literally on the ball.
Japan, quality spun out, so I was starting from the back, trying to weave my way through. I did manage it, to be fair, right behind Siege in the last few laps, but I couldn't really do much. He was, don't know if you saw on the stream, but he was lagging quite a bit, so I didn't really want to mess with him.
That's understandable.
And then, yeah, did everything I could for Abu Dhabi. But yeah, stuff out of my control happened, I guess. So I did know Siege was down there 4th or 5th. And then, yeah.
Oh, unfortunate with the controls. But you did put up a massive battle of effort there to literally do all you can to minimise the gap deficit. Especially in Japan. If you didn't, did you make a mistake in quali?
Yeah, I spun out.
Oh no!
Was in the gravel, so I probably lost about 6 seconds, 7 seconds.
Oh no, that's unfortunate because if you did all right in Japan qualifying, where would you think you would have been? Would you have been right up there with CG?
Yeah, I think I was first until I crashed on my steering wheel.
Oh
I think
no!
I would have been at the front row. Yeah.
Oh, unfortunate there, buddy. Unfortunate there. But you still fought out literally all your might and done really well, especially you've overtaken coming back in Japan. Amazing start you had, getting up 2 places within a couple of corners and literally on your charge, and obviously in Abu Dhabi getting off to the most amazing start you can ever get, getting past Spike.
Yeah. Yeah, I had decent pace in Japan especially. Could just carve my way through the pack. Apart from Spike, obviously. Because I'm up into Hamilton. Because he was out there, wasn't he, in Japan, and then he had to pit.
Oh no. Just literally like, you did everything you can, no fault of your own. Push as hard as you can.
Yeah, apart from quality in Japan.
Yeah. But still,
apart from, out of my control.
You did give up an amazing fight there with Spike trying with CG to get the title. I'll give you both respects on that. Literally, doing all you can like to compete with each other, and you know, respect from the sides as well. So, despite finishing second, mate, you know,
GG to Siege.
Indeed, GG there to the CG. Still next season though, still a threat. Trying to take it
next season.
It is indeed, especially on the new game. I'm pretty sure you'll be up there, mate. I'm pretty sure you'll be up there. Literally, giving Siege a challenge for the rip, and also the resurgence there with Spike as well. He'll be up there as well, so possible to see a freeway.
Yep.
Good shot there, though, Lambo. Good shot on that Lambo. You'll be in racing next week for the Challenge Cup.
Of course.
No worries.
Hopefully I'll win that trophy instead.
Yes, there's still another trophy to beat up for, so go for it.
Yeah.
Good job there, mate. Good job. Take it easy. I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Right, so obviously Lambert they've been a bit dear-hearted. I can understand for that. He was doing so well in the championship, so. Right, so next person we're going to interview was about between C3 and Kieran, who come in first. I don't mind who speaks first, whoever gets first tips in the interview.
Oh, go on, Z3, you were here first.
Well, alright, I can be first.
No worries, C3, how are you doing?
Well, a little bummed for Lambo's part, but for myself, I'm pretty happy.
Good. How's your last couple of races for you?
Not too bad. I can't remember last week's race, but Japan. Well, you remember what I said about Japan. I didn't expect to actually finish, and the quality was good, and the race was alright. Abu Dhabi could have gone better, but still alright.
Done pretty well though for the last 2 races, keeping yourself in it like constant paces.
Yeah.
Because obviously I remember saying to me last week's stream that Japan wasn't going to be your best track to focus on, but you did pretty well out there getting points, especially in both races getting points.
I was especially surprised by the 3rd place in quali.
Indeed.
That was I didn't know if it was right or not, but yeah.
Like I say, if you put your pace out there, you got pace in the race.
Yeah, but in the race I can keep Kieran behind me. I know, I can't remember. Oh, Lamba was ahead of me too.
Yeah, Lambo's been on the charge. He had 1 mission to do, so.
Yeah.
For now, with the
I had fun battles there. What?
Go on, carry on.
I was finished there.
Oh, good. But now, the next race coming up is the Challenge Cup.
Yeah,
What?
next Friday.
It is indeed. Next Friday is 100% around Malaysia.
Malaysia.
It is indeed.
Oh, I will definitely be there.
Good man, good man.
Love that
It's
track.
all to grab for is everyone from South's 1 trophy.
Yeah.
But no, good end there to the season there for you though, C3.
Yeah, that bad start really took away my confidence for a while, but the end of the season has been quite a lot better, so gained me it back.
Indeed, just want to iron out the mistakes you made now in order for the next game, next round.
Yeah.
Sure we will good C3. It's the next season, just got to look forward to.
Oh, I am.
Good man, good man. We'll see you next week for the Challenge Cup then.
Sure, we will.
Good man. I'll see you soon there, C3. Take it easy.
Yeah, thank you, you too.
Take care, buddy. Right, next victim. Hello, Kieran.
Hello.
How you doing, dear sir?
Yeah, I mean, not the end I wanted to a season, but
Got
there
it.
you go.
No worries. So tell us about your race then, on both races.
So Japan was a good race. Qualified 4th, finished 4th. Not as much as I expected, really. I just didn't have the straight line speed. Twice for breakfast had into turn 1, so I just didn't defend properly, and it cost me 2 places. But I was holding back 2 faster guys, and they were going to get me eventually. And I made that mistake going over the Degners, which cost me a lot of time. And then I think the less we speak about Abu Dhabi, the better.
Yeah, because we did kind of catch on the Abu Dhabi stream, obviously because you were P4, you were battling net P3, and mixing is just sort of as Gamey said, the CG and Hamilton get past you and clocked onto streams, saw you spun around, just oh no, you were doing so well. What happened there? Was it just?
I'll be honest with you. It's exactly what happened to Weed Nation. Got onto that curb, just got airborne at the wrong moment, just speared me off to the right. And honestly, I was heading towards that wall. I thought, that's my tyre gone. But I had a red front wing on the right-hand side and just, no grip through the corners. So I decided to pit in for the ultra softs, go for a sort of Fernando Alonso, try the fastest lap. and then Spike just beats me by 4/10 on super softs towards the end. So that was very annoying.
Oh, dude, you're still close second fastest, though, mate. So that's like a little trophy in a way.
It's not. I wanted first, but
Oh, I know.
there we go.
I think everyone will want it first. Oh, dear. You're going to be taking part in the old Challenge Cup then next Friday?
I should be, yeah. I'm always a fan of 100% races. Hoping for a podium.
Or even a trophy?
Well, let's keep me grounded for now, Steph.
So you're going to go aim for a podium then? Okay then. No problems, man. We'll hopefully, fingers crossed, it all goes your way around Malaysia.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you very much, guys. And I'll see you next week.
No worries, Kieran. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Just got one more person in the lobby, which is indeed Alan Kay. Alan, you're there?
How's it going, Steph? Jamie, how are yours?
Yeah, not too bad. You alright?
I'm good. Not a great Japan, but better Abu Dhabi, so.
Indeed, indeed. Jamie, I'll let you take control of this interview for you. All yours.
Well, first of all, I'd ask him, how do you think today actually went in the overall?
Could have went better. There are two tracks, two tracks expected to get points on, so I was disappointed to crash out in Japan, but really good racing in Abu Dhabi. Probably maybe me and Z3 got a couple extra places because of Spike and Kira on the spins, but we'll take that anyway. That's part of the racing and capitalising the driver's mistakes. So yeah, all in all, 5th place is a good end to the season.
Yeah, I would say that would be a good way to end on a high. That would. Do you think that? If you could have somehow qualified or started better, you would be able to be in the fight much more?
Probably it would have been in around the same fight at the moment. Just on the 25% races, I find the alternate strategy is a little bit quicker for me and my driving style. Being on the better tyre rider and the race with less fuel, just it suits better for me. The way I drive, and that's just there's a couple of little things I was trying because it was a fairly low lobby, and I knew that on the alternate tyre I could most likely get into the top 10 anyway if someone validated their lap, so it was worth a shot that way. Usually it would probably worth just qualifying on the fastest tyre, and yeah, probably anywhere from say 6th to qualify this season, so I probably would have been in around the same place. Maybe might have been up with more of a little bit more volume, maybe for 4th place, but I don't know, 5th is good.
Alright, to be honest, I don't know what else to ask.
Oh, dude. So Alan, with Japan, Soji going off on well, not on the stream, but Soji like going off just for the well, just by Dunlop curve. What happened there? Did you just touch grass?
I got the first lap. I couldn't get the tires, the soft tires, to heat up and get grip. So that passed Plaster Boy because he was on my teammate on a different strategy, and my tyres sort of came to life coming down the back straight towards 130R, and with slipstream I started closing on Plaster Boy into the start finish straight. I was right up on his gearbox coming into the first corner, so the slipstream turned to dirty air then through the corner. So as I was getting dirty air on the nose, I was running sort of a little bit wide of the apex through the S's. And then it was as I found to come up Dunlop, just I caught the back end on the curb on the outside of Dunlop, and so I came across the track towards the wall and just kept it out of the wall on the left hand side of the track, but unfortunately it was on the grass and that just spun me back across the far side into the wall. So.
But yeah, you did make well up for last race at Abu Dhabi, getting up into P5. Yeah. There's a good drive there for you.
That C3 there on the last lap at the end of the last fight with Daniel Ricciardo.
Oh, nice one.
The fifth.
Fortunately, I did not catch it on the stream, unfortunately, as I was focused on Lambo coming around the line as that was happening.
Right, so yeah, just that's what I was saying. I was thinking to myself, oh, I bet you they didn't get that because I see singles. C3, I could see Lambo was the winner out popping up on the screen. I was like, yeah, they're watching him.
Well, I'm sorry I've been told, as you said, Peter, that was a good overtake. So now with the season's ended, obviously you got one more race to go, which is the Challenge Cup in Malaysia. 100%.
Yeah, 100% race. Final farewell to a classic track.
Indeed. Amazing track we'll be doing extreme live coverage in on. So,
yeah, look forward to it.
what are you aiming for that one?
Top 10 would be nice, I suppose.
Top 10 recognition.
Race, so a finish is a must, I suppose, really, you know.
It is a must. Oh, it is indeed. So you're hoping for top 10 recognition, so now you're still like, still there. I've got it.
Yeah, that's putting me in a good spot for the start of next season now.
Good man. Hopefully things crossed. We'll see you there next week then with this, sir.
No matter, talk to you down here, or Steph.
Yeah, get the name right. I'm not Kieran. if I bet you probably hit there on the stream thinking, like, where's Kieran? It's like, no, Kieran's not here. It's just me in the box. Yeah. And Gamey.
I bet you he gives out to me for that one as well.
Yeah. Oh, no worries, Adam. No need to do the Joker.
Yeah, later, Steph.
No worries. I'll see you soon, buddy. Take care.
Bye.
Well, I think we just established how terrible I am at interviews.
Oh, well, it's alright, Gamey. You'll get used to it. It's what we normally do after races and stuff like that. Obviously, with after 25% is we normally do like after the last race. But no, you'll be alright, buddy. You'll get used to it. Just normal formal ways of doing it. Just speak to drivers who's in the lobby as much as possible, because I go for who's in the lobby. So all is good with different. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is season number 2 done and over. Reigning new world champion is CG, and I'm presuming by judging at it, also I believe Mercedes. Just give confirmation up. I believe Mercedes have also got the constructors as well. So, not CG's not just got the World Champions of Drivers Championship, he's also got the Constructors as well. So, Mercedes are your Constructors World Champion, and CG is the World Champion for Season 2. That's one way to close out the title fight. So, you got anything else to say on there, Gamey? Your thoughts on both races?
Well, ultimately, I think there'll be a good end to the season. I probably share my ultimate commentate on more races in this season. Just joining in today, but I'll definitely be returning for commentating throughout the next season. That was pretty damn good.
Oh, indeed. And also, you'll be taking part in was it TTL as well, won't you? This season.
Yeah.
For next season, so gaming things will be in the box for TTL and also for TTFL as well for new seasons on the new game.
In the League 2 version.
Indeed, yes, indeed. Also, next Friday, hope everyone can join. We have the last race of F1 2017, which is a 100% Challenge Cup for the TTFL, 100% around Malaysia, to see off the one of the last track that is not going to be featured on next year's game, because obviously Malaysia is no longer featured due to financial reasons, so it's no longer featured on the game, which is a shame really, because Malaysia is a good track of mine and I love it. So hope you can join us there for Malaysia. It'll be at 8 o'clock, same time as always. And it's a 100%, so make sure you bring your supplies and everything with you, because it's going to be one long race. So, to seal off the channel, the stream, thank you very much for taking part of watching this amazing racing coverage of the league of Season 2. I hope you will join us for Season 3, which will be on F1 2018 game when it comes out within a couple of weeks. Once we get all the dates and stuff for the league, the start of the new league, we will let you know and update it on Twitter and everything like that. Everything on social media, we will update you. So thank you very much for joining us throughout Season 2. We will see you in Season 3.
Bye.
And the commentators here for us is Gamey Things and myself, Steph. And we will see you soon in the new season. And hopefully we'll see you next week at the Challenge Cup. So till then, take care, speak to you soon, and goodbye.
Bye.